you can't live somebody else's goal. You can't react to what other people want for you. It's got to be what you want for yourself. And some of the ways that I go about getting my clients to look at that is journaling. Sometimes, you can't do a journal because you can't leave a journal around and you're afraid someone's going to read it. Do collages. If you can find some old newspapers or some old magazines, put a collage together that sort of tells you how you want to be when you've reached this goal. That's something that can be explained or not explained. You don't need to, people can't look at that picture and know what it is you're talking about. So if there is a need to keep privacy and you don't have a lot of privacy, that's one way that you can put together a vision for yourself. It's to cut pictures out and paste them together. It's to, sometimes there's a lot of, if you have access to a computer, there's a lot of online journals that people don't have access to that you can put your thoughts down there if it's not safe for you to leave your thoughts in a book. There's also just conversations that you're having with yourself. I'll give you an example of a client that I had that didn't like to journal, didn't like to put anything down in words, was afraid that people were going to read them, didn't want to leave any evidence behind of what he was thinking, and didn't want to do pictures, didn't want to do anything like that. So what this person did was they took time every day to just sit and chat to themselves. They just talked out loud in a room by themselves and just figured things out, because it's the conversation that you have with yourself that's the most important conversation that you can have. And how you have that conversation is really up to you, what works best for you, what works best for you in your environment, what you're able to do comfortably. So take the time to have internal conversations with yourself about what it is you want to do with your goals, and make sure that those are goals that touch you and not are reactive to what other people want for you. I had the weirdest experience with one of my clients. It was quite funny. Normally the collages I get are really full of lots of colors and they're just jam-packed with pictures, and it takes a long time to go through the collage and figure out what somebody is thinking and why they put that picture there and why they chose that. But I actually had a client who gave me a collage that had 3 pictures. It was in the middle of the paper. It was 3 pictures. And it was a huge, big piece of paper that she had used to do this. And there was 3 simple pictures, and they were all very, very similar. And it was, in this case, it was a woman who was a businesswoman. And there was different shots of this woman. One was where she was having lunch, and she was all dressed up, and she had fancy shoes and stockings. The other one was her reposing at home, where she was having a glass of wine and a fabulous dinner. And the third one was not with her or their dogs. And the third one was her actually leading a meeting in a conference room. And I asked why just those 3 pictures? And for her, it was just, this is who she wanted to be. It was the same person, but what was important to her was that this was the same person doing all these different things. So the collage really wasn't about the businesswoman. It was about, she always wanted to be the same person, no matter what the circumstance was in her life. So it was really interesting. I'd never really thought about it that way before. I was expecting, pictures of Venice and, Italy and places she wanted to go, but that wasn't it.